Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our My Story friends from around the world. I'm very happy to see a new friends today and welcome joining us together. We have a Ajan together. So very happy also to have a new friends from India joining us today and welcome every one of you from around the world to have a very peaceful minds today with Monk Daniels. So let us putting our palms together to pay respect to Monk Daniel by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow and third bow. I'd like to invite Monk Daniel to begin the sessions today.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone around the world. It's good to see everyone. Hopefully, some of us, many of us who are Buddhists, have been celebrated Wesak Day yesterday, and also some places are celebrating it today. So I would like to rejoice in everyone's merit who celebrated. Yesterday was also important day, not just for Buddhists, because Wesak Day celebrates, other than the birth, enlightenment, and passing of the Buddha. I think it's also very important for everyone in the world because without the Buddha, we wouldn't know how to meditate as deeply. And I think it's a gift that he gave to the whole world. So it's an important day for everyone. You can call it like a day of inner peace and a day of peace that we can practice. And even though it's past that day, we can still continue to practice and develop our inner peace and find our own inner Buddha within us. But in the same concept, last night also was something special, right? The supermoon. 10 years. It usually happens every 10 years or so. And yesterday is actually one of the most biggest supermoons in the last decade. So coincidentally, on the same day as Wesak Day. So also today, we still have a nice full moon in the sky, and we can still bathe in that positive energy and continue to practice meditation further. But speaking of the full moon, speaking about the full moon, how does that connect to meditation is that there was a poem that my master Lumpur once wrote, but I won't say it in Thai because most of us won't understand it. But the main theme of it was when you see an image in meditation or you have an experience in meditation, you adjust at the right spot, meaning that you adjust at our mind. We don't adjust at the image or the experience that we see or feel. So in this case, let's say we see the full moon in our meditation. If we want it to stay and we want it to be clear, what do? We want it to stay longer. What do you think you do? You don't adjust the moon, right? You don't try to pull the moon closer. You don't try to hug the moon. You don't try to keep the moon from moving in the sky, right? We don't have that kind of power. But if you want that moon to be clear, if you want that image to be clear, you adjust at the telescope, right? You adjust at the tool that you're using to look at the moon. You don't adjust the moon. So the same thing is true in meditation. When you have an experience, when you see something, experience something, we don't need to interact with the experience, but we need to just adjust our mind to keep calm, to keep neutral, which is kind of hard to do in the beginning, I know. But that's why we always emphasize to remember the method you use to get to the full moon or get that experience. Try to remember what you did so you can get the same experience in the future. And if you get the same experience in the future, you get more familiar with that experience. And when you get more familiar, it's easier to stay neutral and calm and maintain that peaceful feeling when you see it without getting excited. Well, oh, what is that? something new today. And so it's just something to remind you. Also, speaking about the moon, just to review, many of us may have watched it, the total eclipse, the lunar eclipse yesterday. When you sit and watch the moon and something distracts you, let's say like a plane flies by, it's the same thing in meditation. If you're sitting and you're still and then you have an experience and then all of a sudden you have wandering mind, you have distracting thought fly in, it comes out of nowhere. And if we just remain calm and don't get frustrated, that wandering will fly away on its own. The same thing as in meditation and in life, the plane is going to fly away. We don't have to run. We don't have to chase it away. We're not going to have to fight it to go away, right? It's going to fly away by itself. Same thing is true in the meditation. In this case, you can think of the full moon as using the mantra, visualizing an image, or just feeling wherever you feel relaxed as your method. So instead of focusing on the plane, we focus on the full moon instead and let the wandering or the distracting thought fly away on its own. The other case is when we change our focus to the plane instead of the full moon. We change our focus from using our method to, what is that? Why am I wandering? Or what am I having for dinner later? Or whatever it may be. So when you have a wandering mind like that and you feel that it's your attention changed from your method, whether it's to use the mantra or visualization, when you change to focusing on the plane now, in that case, you need to, the easiest way that my master would say is just simply, if you can come back, you can try to come back and use the mantra again and visualize again. But if that doesn't work, you can simply just open your eyes and the thought will disappear. And then once you feel ready again, you can close your eyes again and continue to meditate. So just a small review for all of us and also for anyone new. And we have to be like these cats, meaning that it's funny if you try this and you cut out the image of the gecko and post it on the wall, the cats will sit and watch it for a long time without moving, without going anywhere. And we can use that as an example for us. When we use the mantra, when we use the visualization, we focus on that one thing and calmly and relaxingly, and then eventually our mind is going to slowly calm down on its own. So yeah, we can take an example from these cats. Other than the moon, okay, my master gave a message before I had the privilege of helping some inner peace, volunteers in another program. And he wanted to give the message to those people who wanted to be inner peace volunteers and wanted to learn about meditation and in the future spread meditation. He said that we have to be like the sun. We have to use the sun as an example, follow in its footsteps. And most importantly, we have to find our inner peace sun, because he said that when we are bright, the world will be bright too. And most importantly is that as we practice meditation and develop into our life more, we need to learn to do exactly this, is that whenever you feel negative, whenever you feel uncomfortable, it doesn't mean we have to stay that way. We have the choice to change. So in this case, if you do like this, is if you escape from the clouds, escape from the black clouds, you can experience your inner sun. So don't linger in the darkness, don't linger in the negativity too long. You always have the option to adapt. You always have the option to overcome. And we can be like the sun, that no matter the situation, no matter the obstacle, the sun is always shining 24 hours a day. even though on Earth we only see it 12 hours, but it doesn't mean it's not shining. It's still shining all the time. And that's why we need to develop and make this a habit, is to find your inner smile and relight your inner sun before you do anything. I say this often, but I want it to go into your mind deeply and make it a true habit that before you do anything, remind yourself that, am I feeling bright inside? Am I able to smile to myself, smile to other people? Is a habit that we should develop more and more. For example, in my temple, or before I do anything, before I eat, I meditate first. Before I have a meeting, I meditate first. Before I do anything, we try to put meditation first, or put your mind first before you continue to do something else. So this is something for anyone here, and even for people who've been practicing meditation often. Sometimes if you want to go to the next step, to go deeper, you can't just meditate when it's time to meditate. Meaning that, okay, this time is when I'm going to meditate. Maybe I have this set schedule, an hour a day, or when I come here on Meditation Monday to meditate. You should also, for those of us who are more serious about developing your meditation and seeing the benefits of it, you need to meditate throughout the day and find moments of where you can incorporate it into your life. And you're going to see how more focused you are, but also more relaxed. And that's why I want you to, and also when you come into these sessions on Monday or on Thursday, you'll be able to see the impact as you practice throughout the day. And as we take the time to relight our inner sun within us, our positivity within us, we will be just like the sun, meaning spreading warmth, spreading growth to everyone around you. And not only are you going to grow and you're going to have warmth within you, everyone that you encounter, everyone that you speak to, everyone that you work with, your friends, your family, they're all going to experience that warmth from you. And not only are you going to grow, but the people around you are going to grow. So this is why it's important to maintain your own inner brightness as well, your positivity. So we can be just like the sun, like Luang Por would say, is because we will be able to shine 24 hours a day, even though we're surrounded by darkness, just like the sun. It's all alone in space, but it found its source of brightness from within, and it doesn't depend on anything else to make it bright. So if we develop our meditation deeper and deeper, we will find our source of happiness within, and we can also be bright no matter the situation. And we can be like the stars. Everyone here, we all have an impact on making this place, making this world a brighter place, just like all the stars, right? It's not just one star in the night sky that makes it beautiful, but millions. And all of us coming here together, all 42 of us, and anyone else watching in the future, when we practice meditation, we can help to make not only our lives better, and brighter, we can also make the lives in this world brighter together. So we need to learn to use meditation as our guide. Okay, so we can navigate the darkness with the right source of light, meaning that whenever we have an obstacle, whenever we have problems in life, we don't have to go looking for the solution outside anymore as we are used to. We can become the light that we need by stilling our mind, bringing our mind inside. And when we still our mind is going to get more clear, more bright. And from that clarity of mind, you're going to be able to see the solution easier. You're going to be able to overcome whatever the obstacle is. So this is why before you do anything, find your inner smile and relight your inner sun. I can't emphasize that enough, because it's going to really change your life if you start to do that as a habit. So our stillness of mind becomes our miracle. Just look within. Stop looking outside, waiting for the miracle to happen, waiting for someone to help you or something to help you. The Buddha would say that you need to depend on yourself first. And just like in my master would also say that when we meditate, no one can meditate for you. No one can purify your mind for you. Even though we would like to, or someone would like to, we can't, no one can clean your mind for you. But we can do it by simply closing our eyes and calming our mind. And just by doing that, our mind will automatically begin to clean itself. And it's a natural phenomenon that can happen just by simply calming your mind and relaxing your body. Just like we just don't realize that we can do it because we're so busy in our life, working and thinking all the time. So just like a glass of water that continually gets stirred, we never give it time for that glass to just put it down and let the water slow down in itself. And whatever is in that glass, whatever dirt, whatever dust that is in the glass will settle on its own. It's the same idea. Your mind, no matter how busy it may be right now or how cluttered it may be right now, you have the ability to do the same thing. You just need to give it some time to stop, give it some time to rest. So hopefully right now, just a moment when we're going to practice meditation together, we can just simply allow your mind to rest, allow your mind to stay still. And that's what we're going to do together right now in just a moment. Just don't treat it as meditation, but treat it as coming to rest your body and calm your mind. Treat it as just a session to relax. And just by doing that, it's going to be meditation automatically. So don't set the bar too high. Don't expect too much, and don't think that you can't do it. Just give yourself the time right now together. So right now, let's take some time to practice meditation. Like always, excuse me. If you need to go to the bathroom or adjust your body or drink some water, whatever it may be, to make you comfortable, please take the time to do so. So let's take our time. There's no need to rush into the meditation. Someone asked already, what is meditation? Meditation starts right now just by taking the time to first relax your body. Take the time to find a comfortable position, whether you're sitting on the floor, in the chair, or wherever you are. Don't worry about having a perfect position. As long as you feel comfortable, that's fine. And then we can slowly and gently, naturally close our eyes as if we're about to go to sleep. The same way because now it's time for us to rest our body and to truly rest our mind. We have spent so much time thinking, planning. Let's give ourselves the time to just let our mind rest. We can do that simply and easily by first relaxing our body, relaxing and releasing every single muscle, starting from our eyes, making sure our eyes are relaxed, and then simply forgetting about them. Because for the rest of the meditation, we no longer need to use our eyes. In order to see and experience in meditation, we use the feeling of relaxation and the balance of being conscious and comfortable together. That feeling will be our eyes, will be our guide. So we no longer need to use our physical eyes. So let's continue to relax, breathing in deeply, exhaling slowly. As we breathe in, try to softly and gently feel the air as it enters your body, filling it with relaxation, with freshness, making us feel more calm. As we breathe in deeply, we may feel that the relaxation is spreading to every corner of our body. Like we're taking a shower, allowing the cool water to flow down from our head down to our shoulders, flowing down to our arms and hands, making us feel relaxed and cool all the way down to our feet. As we breathe in deeply and exhale slowly, allow all the tension, any tightness, to melt away, to leave with your breath, leaving you to feel relaxed inside and only have room for relaxation. As we breathe in deeply and exhale slowly, allowing the relaxation we feel to surround us. As we feel relaxed on the inside, and on the outside, almost as if we're in a cloud or surrounded by a warm, comforting blanket of relaxation. You may notice that the more we relax our body, it becomes more light or even weightless. This is the power of simply relaxing. As we continue to relax, we will continue to disconnect from the outside world, from our physical self, and we will begin to reconnect with the inner sun, the inner peace within us, just waiting for us to look within, waiting for us to sit down, to stop, to rest. Now that our body is relaxed, all we need to do is to continue on this foundation of relaxation. As our mind becomes more calm, to help our mind to stay calm and relaxed, we need to be free from any distraction by putting everything aside, as if we're about to go on vacation. But on this trip, we don't need any baggage. All you need is your body and your mind. Allow yourself this time. We can go back to planning, to thinking later. But now, let's make sure that our mind is more calm and peaceful first. By simply using a method that is easy for you, whether it's to repeat the mantra in your mind, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Samma meaning purity, Arahang meaning freedom. So our mind is becoming more free and pure every time we say the mantra, as it calls our mind back to the present moment. And when our mind is in the present moment, we will begin to feel a contentment, a happiness that comes from the stillness of the mind, can only be opened when we bring our mind to the present, right here, right now. Some of us may find it easy to visualize the full moon, the sun, a star, visualizing it within us, in front of us. However you like, you can visualize it anywhere, as long as it makes you feel calm, not worrying about how clear the image is. Whether we use the mantra or the visualization, it's just a tool. It's just a companion to help guide your mind, to soothe your mind, to help it to stay still, to calm down. So we can use whatever method that we enjoy, that is easy for you. Or some of us may just enjoy to do nothing, just enjoying the relaxation, being aware of that feeling by placing our mind gently and softly at the center of the body, which is near our abdomen. Or you can place your mind wherever you like, inside of you, outside of you, as long as you feel relaxed and calm. Eventually, whatever method you choose to use, if we use that method correctly, we should feel the relaxation growing. As it brings us to a point, to a place, to a moment where our mind becomes more quiet, more still, and eventually it will stop. And we will feel for ourselves. We will know for ourselves that we don't want to use the mantra anymore. We don't want to visualize anymore. We just want to stay still, do nothing, just letting go, allowing the relaxation and calm feeling to be like a wave, carrying us, bringing us just like a wave will carry us to shore, to the island of peace. To the place of peace within us. Once we feel that we're at that place, we can just enjoy the relaxation. There's nothing else we need to do. As long as we feel the balance where we are conscious and comfortable, we are aware of our relaxation. That relaxation will continue to grow naturally at its own pace. We can't force it. We can't make it go faster. Unless we let go more, we relax more. Just be a good observer. We don't need to direct. We don't need to use any force. As long as our body is relaxed, our mind is calm. Every second that passes by, our mind is becoming more clear, more bright, more positive, as we're giving it time to rest, to settle. From this foundation of relaxation, of calm, it will be a foundation that will be able to support and receive the inner happiness within us. And that happiness will come on its own when the time is right, when our mind is in the present, patiently, contently, relaxingly. So let's continue to meditate together, allowing that relaxation of body and the calming of our mind to continue. Samarang. Samarang. Now that we gave ourselves the time to rest our mind, allowing ourselves to go to the source of true love, true compassion, true understanding, positivity. It all comes from within us. Every second that our mind is calm, mindful, every mindful moment that we collect where we feel relaxed, we allow ourselves to go to the source of true love, of positivity. Now that we have gave ourselves the time for that positivity to grow, allowing our mind to be filled with more happiness. Only now can we truly spread the positivity that we feel, allowing that positive energy to not only heal your mind, heal your body. Now that our mind is positive, now that our mind is open, full of happiness, full of calmness, like the full moon, we should take some time to spread the positivity we feel. Just like the full moon shares its brightness in times of darkness, or just like the sun continues to shine to everything and everyone, no matter the distance, no matter the differences. We can spread our good intention, because what we think, we will become. As we spread our love and kindness, and even our forgiveness to our family, to our loved ones, to our friends, and even to everyone in the world. Wishing for everyone to be healthy, to be happy, to be free from any suffering. Don't let the darkness of others hide the brightness within you. Even though we may just wish and spread by thinking, that our mind is positive, that positivity will shine in your words, shine through your actions. So let's take a moment to spread that positivity calmly, relaxingly. Sapphe Buddha Balapada Pache Ganang Jayang Balang Arahantana Te Sherakang Bandhami Sapaso Sapaputta Nupavena Sapathamma Nupavena Sapasangha Nupavena Sada Sovati Bhavantu Te. By the power of our calm and positive mind, bless our life with brightness, with positivity, and good fortune. May we slowly and gently open our eyes while still maintaining the feeling of relaxation. We can slowly and gently open our eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully everyone feels a little bit more calm now that you gave yourself some time to rest. Before we continue, we will have a small inner peace photo. So if anyone could please turn on your camera and share your smile to everyone on Zoom and to everyone who may be watching in the future.
Yes, welcome back everyone of you, and hope you have a very peaceful meditations. And let's take the group photo together. And would like to invite all of you to open your webcams so that we can take a beautiful photos together. And always remain smile. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask Mang Daniel, you may send it to the chat box. Or if you would like to share your meditation experience, you are invited to do so, to send to the chat box.
Okay. I see a couple 2s or 2, 4, and 5. If anyone would like to share why you felt that way, that would be great too. Maybe you can help each other. And also, if anyone has any questions or want to expand on your experience, please feel free to write. From Mr. Julio, I feel as sleep, or I fell asleep. I think it's okay. At least that means maybe you were very tired today. Maybe you had a rough day, a long day, or just the fact that you gave yourself some time to rest your body. It's very easy to also, as your mind becomes calm, to also sometimes fall asleep. So it's okay, as long as after you feel rested again, you're going to automatically wake up, and then you can continue to meditate. So some question about in the beginning. Actually, I'm kind of curious, what is meditation? Like I said, the easiest way to talk about meditation is that as long as you have two things where you're conscious and you are comfortable together, or you can say mindful and relaxed, or aware and comfortable, whatever words you want to use, that means where you have mindfulness, but you also feel comfortable. This is something that some people overlook. We only focus, a lot of times we only focus on mindfulness in a lot of techniques, and that's where people kind of get stuck, because you're very mindful, but you're not relaxed. You have to have both for your mind to go deeper, to be relaxed, to go into a deeper state of meditation. So as long as you have those two things, every second that goes going by, you're meditating. Whether your eyes are open, your eyes are closed. But ideally, if your eyes are closed, you can go deeper, as there's less distraction. And as you said, that by just being simply aware of your breathing or feelings as that meditation, yes. If you're aware, ideally you don't want to focus on it in the beginning. Like if you focus on your breathing, that's actually a good technique to use, because when you focus on your breathing, your mind comes back to the present. Your mind comes back to focusing on how you breathe, right? So we can use that as a tool in the beginning, And eventually we also have to let go of focusing on the breathing, because the goal is to get to zero, right? When you're focusing on the breathing, you have one thought, breathing in and out. But eventually you need to get to zero where you don't focus on anything and your mind is still. So we can use any method, whether it's visualization, the mantra, or focusing on your breathing is one way. From Vanessa, good to see you again. As you said that you'll be coming as often as possible, right? So very good. I might need a longer meditation. Okay. Difficult day today as I am moving out from London and my attendants from Paris just didn't pay their rent. So I didn't want to be a bad person, but it's hard to react when someone makes you pay their rent. I also had a health scare this week and I need to go back to my country for health coverage. I am in between countries, so I need to first move out and do duties here before finally leaving and receiving care. I don't know how to react with my ex-attendants, and it's not fair what they did. I ended up paying their rent and mine here in London. Difficult to stay calm and peaceful at these times and circumstances. It's a real test. Yeah, I can see where that can be difficult. And I think at least we can take it as everything kind of comes full circle. So what happens in our life is usually because of something we did in the past. And in this case, if we paid for their rent and we helped them by doing that, eventually your act of kindness and your act of trying to be a good person, it will come back to you maybe in the future very soon. And just take it as, okay, we can't change those people. They're not, we can't control their actions, but we can do the best as we did right now, help them out. We paid for them, but as long as you continue to, my master Long Paul would say that whatever we lose, we can lose everything, that try to not lose your happiness of mind. So it's something that no one else can take from you. So it's no one can take away from you. So just try to practice and give yourself some time to meditate more so you can kind of let go of that situation. Like, okay, there's no point in thinking about it anymore, right? Don't keep it with you because it's in the past and we can't do anything about it now. So it's past it, we walked past it, and we don't need to look back. We don't need to keep carrying that negative feeling about that situation, about those people. Because if you keep carrying it, you don't open yourself up to feel better. It's like your hands are full and you're carrying around this negativity. So it's hard for you to see anything positive in front of you or to pick up anything positive. So just let it go. Try to let it go bit by bit. And if you can't let it go, okay, go meditate a lot. Try to release it. And then once you let go of that past, your hands are going to be free and you're going to be able to pick something else up that's more positive or receive something more positive. If you carry that thought or carry that animosity towards them, it's like your mind is closed to anything positive because it's blocked by that negative feeling. So just let it go the best you can and allow yourself to benefit and be happy. Does that make sense? If you can't let go right away, it's okay. Go give yourself some quiet time. Go meditate. Go use the mantra. Go use something to keep your mind off of that situation. And it will slowly fade away as long as you don't think about it. It's like a wound. Like if you have a wound, if you get cut, if you keep picking at it, it takes longer to heal, right? So you got cut, you try your best to look after it and then let it heal. Don't keep touching it, don't keep picking at it. It's the same idea. If you keep thinking about it, it's going to get bigger and bigger and take over. So try to change the channel to something that calms you and makes you more positive. If it's meditation, that is also ideal. Or you can go find, before you come and meditate, go find something that makes you feel happy and calm. Maybe it's drinking some tea, maybe it's watching a show, listening to some music or something, just to take your mind off of it, and then eventually come to meditate. So hopefully that helps. Hope your day goes better. I'm sure it will, as long as you came here and tried to center yourself and then continue to do that. And now that your mind is a little bit more positive, everything else is going to go in a more positive direction. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing. I know it's not easy to share, but it's very brave of you and good for everyone else here. Maybe they have a similar situation, or so that they can relate too. From Pam, Namaskaran, Kalam Daniel. Very wonderful session today. Felt very relaxed, very calm and blissful. Very happy from the candlelight at the temple yesterday. This helped my meditation session to so easy and didn't feel tired at all. Sharing my merit with everyone. Thank you so much, Ka. Thank you for sharing. And yes, you went to the candle lighting ceremony yesterday. So sometimes when a good technique that you can try is like when you adjust your body, and before you use the mantra or use the visualization, you can also adjust your mind by like thinking of a blissful activity you did, or something that makes you feel more positive. Let's say you did something, usually in Buddhist philosophy or as a Buddhist, we think of the merit that we did or the positive action that we did, and that helps our mind to be bright and positive. So let's say you think of you helped someone today, or you donated something to someone, whether it was your time, your effort, whatever it is, or something physical, or even that going into that event where you felt happy and peaceful. You can think of that moment, and then after you think of that moment, once you got that initial positive feeling, that blissful feeling, you can visualize and use the mantra to continue with that feeling. So just a way or a technique. So thank you for sharing, Pam, and I'm very happy that you can get to the calm and blissful feeling. As long as you got that as your foundation, that's the main guide that can take you deeper and deeper into even deeper experiences. From Edwin, I am curious about whether children would be easier to get into meditation as they're more pure in thought and without much trouble as an adult. Good question. It's yes, and there is positives and negatives too, as an adult and as a child. But as a child, exactly, we have our mind is more pure. We have been less influenced by everything around us. So yes, and we're more innocent, and we don't try as hard when we do something, right? We don't overthink, we don't overanalyze as a kid. So everyone here was a kid before, right? We can still become a kid again mentally. When you meditate, try to take the aspect or take the qualities of a kid and use it. My teacher, he would say that his meditation class, he calls it kindergarten class, because he wants us to think and act like a kindergartner, coming to the class and not overthinking, making it fun, and also relaxing. And that's how meditation should be. So for a child, it's very easy to get into meditation, but the hard part is to motivate them to come. The hard part, and maybe they can't stay still as long as adults, but they can sit shorter, but the quality of their meditation is very deep because their mind is very innocent and pure, and they meditate with the qualities that you need to meditate, which is not trying, not overthinking, and just relaxing and making it fun. For example, when we say to visualize the full moon, they just do it. But when you say some adults, when you say to visualize the full moon, they ask how big, where, what color. Or maybe I want to imagine it in front of me, inside of me, where should I do it? The answer is however you like. And as long as you feel relaxed and comfortable, it's okay. So the kid doesn't think about it. They're just like, okay, I'll do whatever I like. And they're good at imagining, for example. So we can also be like a kid, the final answer. And also, please invite, if you have any kids, to come and meditate. And maybe they can't sit as long as us, but it's a good start. I mean, for me, I got into meditation as a kid, yeah. And luckily, my parents invited me and taught me and put me in the course. Even though in the beginning I didn't really want to go, but bit by bit I started to like it, and bit by bit it stuck. And okay, that's why I'm sitting here today. So you never know. From Janet, Monk Daniel, doing merits is from the heart, but why do we need to recall the merit which we have done? Just want to know. When we think of something, the merit is like a positive energy that we did. And when we think of something positive, it puts our mind in a positive state and it attracts more positivity. So when you think of merit, it pulls positive things that we have done in the past that we forgot about, and it will come and gather. If in that sense, does that make sense? Or if you just think of it this way, is that when your mind is positive, you attract positivity. So when you think of something positive, your mind becomes positive. If you think of something negative, your mind becomes negative, the opposite. So that's why when you recall that merit or that positive deed, it's something that you should practice. And it's something that Luang Por recommends all the time. So please recall it as often as you can. From Vanessa, thank you so much for your feedback. It's very precious. Sorry. Where did it go? People are so revengeful here in the West, and those advices don't make me feel good at all. Many thanks for giving me the right course of action. Feels much better, restoring the balance of truth in me. Many thanks, Satu. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, the West, we have many doctors, but we don't have anyone to really look after mental problems. And even though we have the field of psychology, usually it's not as deep as in getting to the root of the problem by practicing meditation. So luckily now more Western people are being influenced by meditation and coming to learn meditation. And for you, now that you know how to meditate and learning to meditate more, when you feel comfortable, we can help each other to invite your friends and your family and your circle, and we can help to spread more awareness, more relaxation, and more happiness to the West and also the East. Even the East, the East is a different problem, is we're close to meditation, but we don't appreciate it. In the West, we don't have it and we want to learn about it. So it's kind of funny. From Tan, I meditated 61 minutes, felt calm and relaxed. The mind was still and empty. Visualized several light balls, but ignored them. The mind almost wandered, but used the feeling to touch the CB. I'm assuming CB means center of body, and only focus there. The thought disappeared easily. When hearing the teaching monks recite the mantra, the center of the body expanded as light and a faded sphere twice. Still ignored and stilled my mind at the center again. The mind was silent and blank till the end of the meditation. And by the way, I like to forgive all who have done bad to me. Very good. Very good. I like that you can still keep your focus on the center, and whatever experience you see, whether it's as you described, as long as we keep your mind where you feel comfortable, whether that's the center or wherever it may be, those experiences will pass exactly. And we just keep going in and allow that experience to pass. And we can go deeper and deeper and feel more and more relaxed, more and more pure as we keep going. So very good. And just keep maintaining that feeling where you can stay still. It may be at the center, and sometimes it may change. It doesn't necessarily always have to be at the center if it doesn't feel relaxing. That's just something to pay attention to. The center is not always where we think it is and when we're practicing. And sometimes we put too much force on it. Just I'm not saying you did it, but just as a tip that if you put your mind at the center and you feel relaxed, that's okay, and just stay there. But at any time where it stops to feel relaxed, you can try just releasing for a moment and doing nothing, and then try to place it again. From Manish. Thank you, Monk Daniel. The session was relaxing and peaceful. Though I've been practicing meditation for more than 2 years, I haven't had any chance of attending any course for learning how to meditate. Am I doing the right thing without any guidance? Can you guide? Lots of metta. It would be beneficial to have some guidance so that you can at least know that through your practice that you're going in the right direction. And can I guide? I think from this session or from just any advice going into the future when you practice meditation, like I said earlier, the only thing you really need, the only tools that you need in a meditation is a foundation of relaxation of your body. And then your mind is just have to find that balance or that point, that method that helps you to be conscious and be comfortable. So that whatever method, whatever technique, whatever method that you go and try in the future, as long as it has that foundation, then you can progress. But ideally, if you can come to some guidance to these sessions or to on Monday or on Thursday, it would be good because you can ask about your experience or ask about any concerns, because a lot of times in meditation, some of the obstacles are just having doubt that you're practicing correctly, or what you see is that something that you're supposed to see, or what you feel is it something you're supposed to feel. If you have that doubt in your mind, it's hard to be still. And if you're not still, your mind's not going to go deeper in meditation. So when you come and ask questions, it helps to clear the doubt. And when you clear the doubt, you can stay still and continue to go deeper in meditation. So yeah, I would recommend for you to join every Monday and every Thursday, or you can also go look back at the previous videos in the past on the Mind Stories page, and maybe there's some questions or some answers or some guidance that can help you as well. And I think that's about it for today. I see just from Yao, thank you for the good advice to always stay positive. Rejoice in everyone's teaching, Monk's Merit. And from Kitty, thank you, Lumpidan, for a very peaceful meditation. I would rate my experience of 4. Very good. As long as you can reach a state of calmness, or even if you feel neutral, that's actually very good. So anything or even if you didn't feel neutral and you felt a little bit less maybe uncomfortable, or every session is a good session where you can learn. And if you felt sleepy this session or you had obstacles this session, it's okay, because knowing is half the battle. Once you know your obstacle, that means you can overcome it. Some people aren't even aware that they have an obstacle, or some people don't even know what to fix. So as we meditate, we learn more about ourselves. We learn more about how to improve. So every session is a good session as we learn more about ourselves and can develop ourselves more. So please keep meditating, everyone. And it's only going to get easier if you practice with that foundation that I mentioned already, where you feel conscious and comfortable and you feel relaxed physically and also mentally as you practice. Even at the bare minimum, you feel neutral. If you feel neutral, not suffering, not in pain, not super happy, but you feel neutral, okay, that's a good starting point as well. Okay, I think that about wraps up today. Before we go, I just remind you that, like I said before, you have a special offer right now, which is the candle of life. So use that light wisely, because every second it's burning, and eventually our time here is very short. So use that time wisely and maintain your brightness, maintain your positivity. And like I said earlier, don't let the darkness hide the brightness within you. Keep yourself lit. So before you do anything, please make yourself the promise. Don't have to promise me, but before you do anything, take the time to meditate. Take the time to find your inner smile and relight your inner sun, so you can not only be positive for yourself, but for everyone around you, everyone that you love, everyone that you care about, your work, anything that you love and care about and want to develop. It all comes from your mind. So please look after your mind, just like we would look after anything else that we love. So look after your mind, and everything that you love will also benefit. So thank you everyone for coming to Meditation Monday and Mind Stories. Please continue to come every Monday, and please join the session on Thursday. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for wonderful sessions today. And I would like to stress that meditation is a long life for us, as well as we still alive. So consistency and perseverance is the key to success. So let's meditate every day, and join us on every Monday and Thursday, and help to bring more friends to join us together. So before we're gonna end our sessions, so let us pay respect to Monk Daniel. Let's putting our palms together, and let's bow. Second bow, and third bow.
By the positivity that you have created within yourself, by stilling your mind, and by all the positive things that you have done in your life that you may remember or that you can't remember, may your positive mind attract positive situations, positive people to help and support you to have more fortune, more success, where you're happy in every way. May any suffering, any illness disappear. May all your obstacles disappear. May you be able to find the solution to overcome and to progress. And most importantly, whenever you meditate, may you be able to still your mind quickly and easily very soon. See you next Monday.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for the blessing. And thank you, every one of you, for joining us today. And thanks to our special friends, Andreas Jensen from New Zealand, and our friends from India joining us today. And bye-bye, every one of you. See you all again on coming Thursday.